Here is Dr. Umar Johnson on interracial marriage.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Umar. Are you totally against interracial relationships?
I am totally against it, and I want to make sure you understand why. Because people be trying to say stuff like, he's the black Hitler. I'm not the black Hitler. I would argue the reason black men marry white women is because they wish they were white themselves. And having the white man's prize, his queen, is a psychological symbol to myself that I am equal to him. So you can't be in love with white women and not at the same time feel inferior to white males.
Here he is on why black people can't be racist.
You know why you can't be a racist? You don't own a damn thing white people need in order to live. White people need you for nothing, but you need them. Mm-hmm. Whose schools our kids go to? Theirs.
True.
Our money in whose banks? Theirs. Who's building the houses we need to rent and buy? Them.
Now Dr. Umar is begging for pennies because he's broke.
Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifa Tunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account.
All right, so Dr. Umar Johnson is now begging supporters for loose change because all of his bank accounts were frozen. Let's talk about it. This is Dr. Umar Johnson. He was born in 1974 in North Philadelphia to Barbara Shoemake. Dr. Umar Johnson has a PhD in clinical psychology. Now, Dr. Umar Johnson is sometimes called a black supremacist, the exact opposite of a white supremacist. Now, he has plenty of controversial takes, like he went to the Breakfast Club and explained why he's totally against interracial marriage.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Umar. Are you totally against interracial relationships?
I am totally against it, and I want to make sure you understand why. Mm-hmm. It's not because... Cut it out, Envy. Cut it out, Envy.
Don't do that, Envy. I'm going to be having a serious conversation.
We have a name for it. We have a name for it. Okay. The Snow Bunny Crisis.
Okay.
I am against the Snow Bunny Crisis. Most women do not marry down in status. They marry up. And if you don't believe me, show me a rich white woman married to a broke-ass black man. Have you ever seen a rich white woman marry a broke-ass black man? No, you have not, and you never will. Because marriage ain't about love, it's not colorblind, and it is totally economic. So if marriage is an economic unification in a contract, how can we, who don't have enough already, give so much to the white woman and to white people who have already taken too much when we got all these black women out here who will never get married? Only 1 out of every 4 black women in America will ever taste marriage, and half of them who taste marriage will be divorced within 5 years. If you want to save the black family, you have to protect it. And in order to protect it, you have to be against interracial marriage. You can't say, I love the black family, but I don't have a problem with interracial marriage. Interracial marriage is eliminating the black family because it is not providing our women with enough available and able black men to be their husbands.
So it's not just white women. You just feel white women, Asian,
everybody. Nobody should be marrying out the race because there's political consequences, DJ Envy.
Now, Dr. Umar Johnson is such a grifter. Even Roland Martin had to call him out because Dr. Umar Johnson was going around saying he's a direct descendant of Frederick Douglass.
For example, we had a lot of great scholars. Take my ancestor, Frederick Douglass.
But Frederick Douglass's family came out and said, we don't know what he's talking about.
Frederick Douglass.
Yes, sir. An ancestor of mine.
So when you say ancestor, what does that mean?
Let me break it down.
Because again, some have said you tried to claim that you are a descendant of Frederick Douglass.
Okay, so let's deal with that.
So hold on one second. Here's a statement from the family. Let me go ahead and read this, please. The family of Frederick Douglass has received numerous inquiries about Umar Johnson, questioning his relationship to Frederick Douglass. There have also been questions about his legitimacy of his PhD and the handling of the donations he's received for his school that he is promoting. We can tell you with 100% certainty that he is not a descendant of Frederick Douglass. With that being said, Mr. Johnson is very careful not to bill himself as a descendant, but he doesn't correct people when they refer to him in this way. He calls himself a blood relative, which is a nebulous reference designed to make people think he is a descendant. We have researched his explanation of being a blood relative to the great abolitionist. Some of the information he provides is accurate, but an extremely important piece of his explanation with regards to a documented relative of Frederick Douglass is false. The information he recites correctly is from the public record, so his knowledge of our family ancestry is far from definitive proof.
Two things there. One, he's not a descendant of Frederick Douglass, okay? I would concur with that, all right? But then two, you also heard that some of the things he says is correct. So the question becomes, he's either related or he's not, okay?
So are you related?
I'm about to answer your question,
okay,
if you allow me to do that. I am a blood relative of Frederick Douglass. My name is on the family tree. We have a family reunion every 2 years. What they're talking about, and I want to make sure you're clear, they're talking about whether or not I come through the loin of Frederick Douglass, which I do not, nor have I ever claimed.
Now here's a quick word from our sponsor, Beam. All right, real talk. Have you ever stayed up binge watching some show or even looking through YouTube videos and say, I'm just going to watch one more video, then go to sleep, and next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. I used to crash late and then wake up feeling like I get hit by a freight train. Then I found Beam Dream. It's a hot chocolate that actually helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Now, no joke, this stuff works. It's got magnesium, nano CBDs, and no junk. No sugar crashes, no next day fog, just smooth sleep, and you wake up and you're ready to go. Now, for those of you who don't really like powders, they have pills too, so you can just pop a couple of those and hopefully lights out for you just like it was for me. Now, full disclosure, I tried this product for about 2 weeks before I did this video promoting it, and I will say, I did have better night sleeps, no doubt about it. Now, if you want to try the product, go to shopbeam.com/Nate35. That's shopbeam.com/Nate35, and you'll get 35% off when you enter promo code Nate35. Now, for those of you too lazy, link is in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, back to the video. So Dr. Umar, who's an extremist, began trying to raise money for a school to teach young people his unique brand of racism.
I hope to make the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for African Children. I implore you, I beg you, I summon you, and I petition you to donate to this cause. So far, we raised $250,000, and Dr. Umar Johnson is trying to build a state-of-the-art school for black boys that y'all all know I need.
Now, in 2015, after that compelling speech, Dr. Umar raised $400,000 for his school. Then when people started trying to figure out what happened to the money, Dr. Umar said it was the white man. Well, PayPal.
PayPal sabotaged us, y'all. The Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy is a school that I conceived of a very long time ago, but began to actually put teeth into the creation of that school a couple of years ago.
How will my academy be able to sustain itself the same way private schools all across America sustain themselves? I mean, there's no secret to how you do that. You fundraise, you have tuition, you also float endowment.
Now, it has been years and years and years, but the school seems to never open. And Dr. Umar has raised millions of dollars. So people are like, yo, what's going on with that money? What happened to the school? Here is Dr. Umar trying to answer some of those questions.
So question number one, what did you do with the money? That is the silliest question I've ever been asked. That is the silliest question I've ever been asked. What did you do with the money? Well, I think you can see what I did with the money. We got 4 buildings. I think you can see what I did with the money. We got 4 buildings. I think you can see what I did with the money. So while people ask me what I did with the money, I think you can see what we did with the money. We bought 4 buildings. We bought 2 schools. That's what I did with the money. So I'm not understanding these questions. What did you do with the money? What do you think I did with the money? I bought 4 buildings, brothers and sisters, cash with your money. We bought for my donors. This is what we did, but we not done. It's time for the renovations. We not done. It's time for the renovation. So what did I do with the money? I bought a school. That's what I did with the money. What did you do with any money that was left over? I'm trying to renovate the school. We do not have enough money to renovate the big school. That's the Frederick Douglas building. That's going to cost us about $1 million to renovate. We do not have the money to renovate this building that you're looking at. You're looking at the most honorable Frederick Augustus Washington Bailey High School. We do not have the money to renovate that right now. But I'm hoping y'all will keep on donating so we can have enough money to renovate that school.
Now, Dr. Umar started this whole thing in 2014, and 10 years later, the school still isn't open. I don't know how long it takes you to open a school, but if it takes you a decade, we got to start asking what's going on with the money. But here are some clips over the past 5 or 6 years where Dr. Umar is slowly, very slowly, but surely getting to the point where he can hopefully open the school.
Because this is the month that renovations will commence.
All is well with the HVAC. The HVAC is in Delaware, but it cannot be installed unless the Prince of Pan-Africanism, CEO of FDMG. I need to be present.
Stop confusing homeschools with regular schools. Stop comparing homeschools to real school.
Look at them big, beautiful windows, brothers and sisters. Look at the big, beautiful windows on the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy.
I want to thank the brothers and sisters who came out this past weekend to Wilmington, Delaware to help us paint the inside of the Marcus Garvey Re-Africanization Academy.
Now, if you thought that was bad, it seems like every couple of years he has this false start where he says, we're going to be opening, grand opening, and then nothing happens. And people are like, hey, what's going on? You always say we're going to open, and then nothing actually ever happens. Here is back in 2020, Dr. Umar had said, we're opening the doors, and then all of a sudden, doors aren't open. He's going to explain to you why.
As far as FDMG goes, I know some of y'all say he keep coming up with all these dates because those are deadlines that I set. If we meet them, we meet them. If we don't, we don't. I told you, I'm not on no time but liberation time. I'm not on no time but liberation time. See, I can't be chasing no time. I'm on liberation time. I don't even wear a watch no more. Every second, every minute, every hour of every day is dedicated to global, universal, intercontinental African liberation.
Now, we're 10 years in, going on year 11, and Dr. Umar has finally got himself together, and 3 months ago, he put out this video, FDGM Academy grand opening coming soon. So it's coming soon, after 11 years.
This is your big brother, Dr. Umar Ifatunde Oguntade, coming to you live and direct from the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Hit your PayPal, paypal.me/FDMG Academy. We trying to get the school done. We got some floors to do, brothers and sisters. A little bit of IT work. We're going to pop the boards back up top in the ceiling. That ain't nothing.
So, just so we can recap, millions of dollars in, 11 years into this project, the school hasn't taught a soul, but now Dr. Umar 3 months ago says, yes, it's coming. But then a couple of days ago, his bank accounts were frozen.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th, only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank, and the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account. So the Prince of Pan-Africanism, for the first time in my life, is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen, or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved.
Now, let's just keep it real. The king of consciousness has turned into the king of begging, essentially saying he doesn't have enough money for anything. He needs money to eat tonight. Give him whatever spare change you got in your pockets. So the question comes up, is this whole thing just a scam? Well, either it's a scam or he is just highly incompetent. Think about it. He always sets these deadlines that are never firm and he's able to wiggle out of them. He continuously has excuses about why the project is prolonged, permits, contractors, no money. There was even vandalism one time he pulled. And he posts these videos about incremental progress. Somebody paints a wall or something. But that just maintains the illusion that things are moving forward, when at the end of the day, there is no progress. Nothing has actually moved forward. So now, as Dr. Umar begs for loose change, think about this. After over a decade of fundraising with millions of dollars raised and countless excuses, Dr. Umar Johnson has not opened this academy. There's no certificate of occupancy that I can find, no student, no staff, and critics essentially believe that he's either incompetent or deliberately misleading his donors. You tell me what you think. Do you think Dr. Umar is on the up and up? Would you give money to this Pan-African black supremacist movement? I think it's all nonsense. And I think Dr. Umar is eventually going to be exposed for what he essentially is. Another grifter who is using race to benefit himself. And now he's at the point where it looks like someone's found out and the secret is out. But we have to wait to find out what exactly is going on and if Dr. Umar is ever going to get access to his accounts again. With that being said, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer. I'm out. Peace.